welcome to A Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karradyne.
You want to redo that? Like, you don't sound loud. You said Chris. My name is Chris.
Okay. All right, 1 second. Yeah, I'm not doing that. My name is Chris. With me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karradyne. A Novel Console, weekly podcast.
I can't.
Books, games, food stuff. Star Wars month, finally.
Say food, and we haven't talked about food in forever.
We haven't, but we should be bringing that back soon, right?
I think so. Don't we have something to garbage?
I don't know. I think it ended up being really bad. And yeah. It was Santino's.
Oh, God, it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
We ain't never going back there again.
Our favorite pizza place in Orlando before we moved changed owners, and we had it before we left because it was something that I wanted to eat before we left.
I was so mad at him.
It was not good.
It was awful.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello. Welcome.
Hey, if this is your first time or 139th time coming into the show, welcome. We're glad you're joining us for an episode of A Novel Console. We hope you stick around, have some laughs, and maybe find some new things to enjoy. If you want to reach out to us, you could do it in our socials, which is basically at A Novel Console on every platform, or you can email us directly at anovelconsole@gmail.com. Or if you would like to support us, you could do it at patreon.com/anovelconsole.
Also, you should tell your friends about the podcast because our listeners have been on fire here lately, on fire for us. You might hear weird noises because this room is very different and Luna has not spent a lot of time in here apparently and is exploring it like she is a born-again dog. Leave us a review wherever you can. They help us be more discoverable. Mm-hmm. The dog is distracting me. We also have a Discord if you want to join. Send us an email saying you want to, or go to our Twitter and look for the pinned tweet to find the link to the Discord channel. Yes,
or ask us directly. And we will send you the Discord link. All right. What did we do this whole past week?
We moved.
Tell me about the move.
We moved states. Oh my God, we have so much shit. I have so much shit, but it's shit that I need. I got rid of so much shit. Can you imagine if I had not gotten rid of the shit that I did? How much shit we would have brought here.
As much as you said the word shit.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's accurate. Man, it was awful. It was awful. Moving is the worst thing in the whole entire world. And my husband told me he's never going to move with me again. AKA he's going to divorce me or he's going to get a good enough job that he can pay a moving crew.
We could have paid a moving crew. We just didn't do it.
We couldn't have paid a moving crew.
I mean,
we were broke.
To move states, yeah, that would have been kind of rough. But yeah, no, we got it done.
It was awful. It was awful.
I wanted to be done loading the truck and on the road by 12 that
we
Saturday.
We left at 4. At 4.
We didn't get here till 10.
And then we had to unload the heavy stuff because part of our strength was leaving us and not returning.
Yeah. And
we needed to take advantage of him.
We finished
drain the last drops of strength from his body.
We finished like at 1 a.m.
Well, finished for the night.
For the day. For the night. What did we even put in here? Like our mattress?
And the couch.
And the couches.
Couches.
Yes. This couch.
Yeah.
Our couch outside.
Yeah. That was about it.
The dressers?
The bed.
The TV stands?
Yes.
Oh, boy, we did a lot. We have a lot of
stuff.
stuff.
Oh, God. And it's still not fully unpacked.
Mm-mm.
One of my best friends even came down to help unpack, and we're still not unpacked. She and I made a lot of progress.
Yeah, you did.
A lot of progress.
Yeah, you did.
But it's still not done.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting there.
Yep.
But it ain't there.
I still haven't found my running shoes, and I really need them before I start
haven't
this
found
job.
my sandals, so they're probably wherever my sandals are.
Probably, because weren't they like the last thing that you packed?
Yeah, because I kept them out because you said you were going to wear your Vans, and I thought you were crazy to wear your Vans to move, and I like to wear my Jesus sandals a lot, so I left them out.
I ended up killing those vans. Now they are the car washing vans because they are destroyed. They have holes.
Do they really?
They have holes like on the stitching, and you can like put your finger through and tickle the bottom of my foot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You ruined them.
I destroyed them. They were destroyed already to start with, but yeah, the move didn't help.
You finished them off.
Yeah. It was hectic. Driving from Florida to bumfuck nowhere, Georgia, in that truck sucked so hard.
Driving in a car with no air conditioning sucked so hard.
At least you had cruise control.
At least I had cruise control. Yes, that is very true.
Okay,
we take cruise control for granted.
I didn't have cruise control. On top of that, the like cab was I think it's like an after the fact made cab for the truck because it's welded to the box and it leaks when it rains. So I was getting wet inside of the truck. On top of that, the space for me to sit was fairly comfortable, but the space for my legs was not. So my leg was like sideways to get to the gas, like bending inwards so I could reach the gas.
I could have driven it.
And the engine was just fucking terrible. Like it chugged real hard all the way here, right? And on top of that, I had that neurotic dog. Look, she's doing the foot thing. She's doing the foot thing.
Oh my gosh, Luna.
She did it. She's
getting more comfortable.
She does this thing where she scratches the inside of her ear, takes the paw, sniffs it, and then licks it. And she just did it. She hadn't done it in a while.
She loves the taste of her earwax.
Yeah. So that neurotic dog kept jumping, right? From the passenger seat to me, to my feet, to the other side, to back. And she just kept doing that the entire ride.
But she couldn't ride with anybody else because everybody else had full vehicles with full passenger seats.
Yep. I was the only one that had space.
Yeah. She's a lot.
She is a lot. It was a lot. It wasn't that fun. And
but it's over.
Yeah. Now we're here. We have internet. I start my new job
tomorrow.
Today, as listeners are listening. She's doing it again. Look, she's doing it again. She stopped.
Oh, she's not licking.
Yeah, no. But yeah, it was a learning experience. And
I've already christened this back stairs. Just fell up them tonight. Not even an hour ago.
Yep.
I screamed. You heard me falling. You wouldn't have heard me falling at the apartment.
No, you were
I really fucked up my ankle.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go to the hospital, though.
At least.
We've already been to the hospital since we've been here.
Oh, right.
So one of my family members wound up in the hospital.
Yep.
Close-ish to us.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to go. Oh, that's another thing. Here, we're just going to take a segue. I am very uncomfortable with how many people I've run into in the week that we've been here and the 3 times that we have gone outside of this house. So, number 1, have I shared with our listeners that we know the next door neighbor? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Well, next door is not really next door in South Georgia. It's a good ways away and you can't really see each other because there are probably trees blocking your view of each other's houses. But it's still close enough that when you walk your dogs, you can run into each other. So one of the neighbors taught me and my mother in high school. Now keep in mind, we're about an hour away from my hometown. Yes, taught us both at the same time.
At the same time.
Then, okay, so we went out to see my family member who was in the hospital. And I was like, well, while we're out and about, let's go to Books A Million because I need books. We did not really buy anything there because I forgot that even though I used to miss Books A Million and I thought I loved it more, Books A Million is like the white trash bookstore. It is
the trailer park of
bookstores. So I was not happy with that experience. The dilapidated mall. That was a fun experience. But anyway, in that bookstore, I saw a girl from high school. I don't know that she recognized me. I just kept walking. Then he wanted to go to a video game store. We whip into the parking lot and we see this creepy fucker that I also went to high school with that we had literally just talked about earlier in the day. For whatever reason, a photo of me with him popped up in my memories because I unfortunately had a crush on him at one point in my life. He was in the parking lot. And I was like, you can go in there without me. I'm not going in. And he's like, fuck this. Neither one of us are going in. So we left. Then we went to visit my sister the next day. No, like 2 days later.
I don't know.
And we stopped at the Dairy Queen on the way there. The Dairy Queen in my hometown, because it's the best Dairy Queen in the world. And saw people going inside that I knew. Then, was that the last time? And then today, was that the last time I saw somebody I knew?
I don't know.
That was the last time we went out.
I guess.
Really. So then we did go out to dinner with my friend Hunter while she was here. And we had a waitress who was talking to us like she knew all of us, but she didn't, because that's how South Georgia is. We all go and talk to each other like we know each other and share our entire life stories, even though we don't know each other at all. And then today we went to a pool party at my dad's, and we were going to stop and get some soda and potato chips to contribute to the pool party. And my husband was out of his water, and he's very picky about his water, so he told me to get his water. And I feel like my banjo is tuned up to the high heavens.
It is.
And I went back to the sodas. I grabbed the sodas, and I could see in my peripheral this boy that I knew. I'm like, fuck this. Let me get the water. Get out of here. Of course, he is blocking the water. So I like snuck over, like looking down at the floor. He's talking to his coworker. They're standing around a pallet. I go to grab the first water with my back to them. And he says, "Is that Karradyne?" I was like, fuck my life. Fuck it. Oh, I was like, yep, that's me. How you doing? It's been a long time. I'm never going anywhere by myself again. My dad and my stepmom, they were telling me I should have said, actually it's, well, he called me by my last name. Should have said my married last name and said, actually it's Karradyne, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wasn't that quick-witted. And then his mother worked there too. She was at the registers. Oh.
See, that's way worse than when we went to Puerto Rico and I walked down to the electronics department.
Yeah,
and
you left me.
I saw that one girl that I had slept with, and I was like, nope. And then we never
came back to me and told me to not leave him.
Yeah. I saw less people in Puerto Rico that I knew and you have in the past week.
We went and had Mexican, and he was looking at the menu trying to find, you say it, I can't say it
Agua
right.
fresca.
And the poor waitress was like, what's that?
She said it way more country than
she
that.
did. Her banjo was real finely tuned.
She had a super banjo.
Yeah.
And a washboard
and
a blow jug.
It was bad. I think she was really young, too.
Reminded me of your sister a lot.
Maybe didn't have a lot of social skills yet.
Probably not.
We know her life story.
I don't know how I feel about random people just coming up to you and sharing their life story with you.
She walked away, and my friend was like, "Do y'all know her?" We're like, "No." And she's like, "Okay, sounds about right."
And like when we went to the hospital, that one dude just starts talking to us, and we're like, "The fuck is going on?"
And the lady who told me she tripped over a baby gate, so she had a limp, and it was too far to walk to the bathroom.
What?
Yep, that lady that you left me with when you were going to the bathroom, and I was like, "Oh, there's actually a bathroom over here," and you were like, "No, the bathroom's over there." And then she was like, "Yeah, they told me the bathroom was way over there, and I tripped over a baby gate last night, and I got this bad limp. I didn't need to be walking all the way around there.
At
They
the
told me
hospital.
it was all the way around the corner, and this baby gate tore my muscle." And oh my God.
People are too friendly.
I'm afraid you're going to divorce me.
Why?
Being here.
Why?
Because I'm becoming country again.
Just as long as you tone down the banjo every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
It should be fine. I mean, I really haven't started this new job, and I know that we're going to be supporting like the entire United States. It's not just going to be Georgia.
The whole country.
And I do have to
the whole world.
I do have to go up to Columbus, which is a military town. So at least I'll have a little bit of everything up there.
A little bit.
Not just banjos and
More
washboards.
civilization.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's see how this goes. It's gonna be It's definitely going to be an adventure.
Oh, it's already an adventure, and we've only been here for a week.
Oh, we will have Gorbage for next week.
We will?
Yes.
What?
Because we're going to brunch.
All right.
With Kiko and Mariela.
Right.
Yeah.
We should have garbaged both of the Mexican places we went to.
We should have garbaged Dairy Queen. It would have gotten a garbage.
It wasn't great tonight.
I got a barbecue, my cum shot explosion on my fucking sandwich. God. And my hands...
It's Dairy Queen. It's not McCum.
I don't care.
Oh my God.
My hands smell like barbecue. Like my hands are far away from my face and I can still smell them.
My hands smell like flamethrower sauce.
And I've washed them twice already.
I don't think I like flamethrowers anymore.
No. Ugh, it's gross.
Anyway.
Gross. So it's one of my favorite times of the year.
Star Wars month. Pew pew.
I'm very excited.
Pew.
Very, very excited.
Pew, pew.
We are gonna be talking about Mandalorian season 3 today, which is gonna be fun. Next week we're gonna talk about maybe Clone Wars, the animated series from Genndy Tartakovsky. We're gonna talk Andor at some point. We're gonna talk Jedi Survivor at some point, and we're gonna talk KOTOR 2 at some point. And you still need to figure out what comics you're going to read so I can tell Kiko.
Can I not just watch things?
No, because then I have to watch them and I also have to play the games. You like the comics you read last year. They can just be comics. You don't have to commit to a book.
I haven't read in more than a week.
You're going to read this week.
I haven't even read audiobooks in more than a week.
Yeah. You don't have a job, so... You can read.
You make it sound so terrible.
Okay, think of it this way. I got a job, right, that pays very well so that you can stay home and do the things you enjoy.
Only for a minute. We can't float on this job forever.
We might be able to.
I can just take a little break for a little while.
We might be able to.
Which I need. That's the only reason I was on Discord the other day, because I'm starting to slowly feel a little bit like myself.
No, I saw you on Discord. I'm like...
He's like, what? He almost wrecked the damn car. Because he saw me on Discord talking about Jerry Springer.
Oh, Jerry Springer. The
Yes. Well, just wait till we run into that guy. Not Jerry, because he's dead. But
your boyfriend that was on Jerry Springer?
He was only my boyfriend for like a week.
How many boyfriends have you had?
Not as many as you have.
As many boyfriends as boyfriends as I've had.
The boy at Walmart was never my boyfriend. I only talked to him. I didn't even kiss him. We didn't even hold hands. He rode in my car one time.
Why?
I don't remember.
That's weird.
I think we went to lunch or something.
What
Maybe.
happened?
I feel like I paid for it. I don't remember.
You paid for it and that's why you never called him back?
No, I didn't really think he was cute, but I was lonely and he was paying me attention and making me feel cute.
See, that's the problem with South Georgia. People start getting bored. When they're bored, they start feeling lonely.
You see how many people we've run into that I know? That is a very, very small pool of fish. Very small. And most of them are uneducated and unattractive.
That's why, right? I have that shelf next to you filled with video games. Uh-huh. And that's why you have 3 shelves filled
because
with
we're
books.
Uneducated and unattractive?
No, because we're not going to fall into the South Georgia bullshit of
no, we got plenty of hobbies. We got coolness.
No.
We're going to go to the next town over where there's a melting pot of people. Mm-hmm. And less likely that I'll run into somebody I know.
Mm-hmm. If not, Orlando's 5 hours away. We can drive down
Only 5 hours away.
We can drive down to Orlando every day and back.
Yeah, I'm like, do y'all understand like how often you can run into somebody that you know in Orlando, Florida? Very, 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 very rarely. I think I ran into someone maybe 3 times in the 9 years that I lived there. I've been here for a fucking week, and I've seen people I know 4 times. 4.
Yeah, I was afraid when we started dating that we would run into my ex. Never.
I was afraid of the same thing. I thought we were going to run into mine. We had that near miss there at that GameStop one night. That was it.
Right. Mm-hmm. I remember that.
I'm surprised.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you want to get into Mando, or do you have anything? Have anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
All right. This is discussion time.
Woo, 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 woo.
So stupid. This is the stupidest idea we've ever had.
That was my idea.
I am 100% sure that we had more fun recording that than the listeners did
That
listening
was so
to it.
much better than any cold open we've ever done.
Not better than a parrot?
Over yonder.
Like over yonder.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
still my favorite.
I can't. I'm so glad we don't do those anymore.
We need to
It was
get-
a nightmare trying to come up with shit to say.
See, I'm gonna enroll you in virtual what's it called?
Improv classes.
Yes, so that you can learn how to do improv on the spot.
So, okay, before we get into this,
Mm-hmm.
how spoilery are we going to get? Like, do people need to leave right
Yes.
now?
Yeah, if you haven't watched this, or if you don't care, just leave. We're spoiling everything. We're gonna go.
No, if you haven't watched it or if you care, not if you don't care.
There's gonna be
Don't-
spoilers.
Don't leave if you don't
decide.
care. If you don't care, stay.
Yes, tell your friends. Okay, so we are not smart enough to do a full-blown analysis on what anything means.
Oh, hell no.
We are not going to break down the episode.
I did enough of that in
Thing.
college. No,
Yeah.
I'm done.
I'm just going to talk about the episodes, right? So we have 17 through 24, right? I'm going to read the title and see if I can remember what the...
Yeah, don't read the whole synopsis for every episode, please,
and we'll
God.
give a general opinion on each episode. First off, this is The Mandalorian Season 3. It's the third season of the American television series The Mandalorian. It stars Pedro Pascal as the title character, a bounty hunter traveling to Mandalore to redeem his past transgressions with his adopted son Grogu, and being aided in the journey by fellow Mandalorian Mami Katan Kryze. It is part of the Star Wars franchise set after the events of Return of the Jedi. So basically he took his helmet off. They saw his face. He's evil now, so he has to go bathe
He
in the
took off
water.
that damn helmet twice.
He took
I
off his
can't.
helmet. Was it in the first season that he took it off the first time?
He took it off. No, I think it's the second one. He took it off when he's with that crazy dude and they break into that prison.
Right.
I thought that was season 2. Was this season 1?
I don't remember. With Bill Burr or whatever his name is?
Yeah, and then he takes it off to show Grogu his face.
Right. Yeah, that's correct. General thoughts on the season before we go into the episodes.
I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Well, no, that's a lie. There was that one episode I fucking hated and I wanted to turn it off. I needed to take a break.
Oh,
the longest episode, I wanted to pause it and finish it another day.
Which one was it?
Like episode 3, maybe? Was it 3? We'll get that. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But other than that, I loved it. I always love The Mandalorian just because of Grogu, honestly.
Yeah, I think it was the third episode. I'm not 100% sure, but it was very fucking boring. I loved it. I loved the whole season. That one episode excluded. It was very fucking boring during that part where you didn't pay attention to Mando or Bo-Katan.
I needed it to end as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that was pretty
Also, gonna be real honest. I feel like it wasn't as important as they made it seem. I feel like it could have been a third of what it was, and it gave us the message that we needed, because it did not turn out to be some big reveal. We knew about clones. We knew it was happening. We knew he wasn't dead. As a bullshit. Somebody wanted more screen time or something. I don't even know. Bullshit.
Probably. So it starts with the overall number 17, which is the number 1 in the season. It's called the Apostate. The Armor and a group of Mandalorians hold a ceremony to induct a young child, which is Paz Vizsla's son, into the tribe. And the ceremony gets interrupted when a giant dinosaur turtle attacks the Mandalorians. This is when Mando goes back to the convert, whatever it's called.
Cohort, something.
Yeah, and the armor is like, go bathe in the waters of Mandalore. And he's like, again. So he goes to that planet. What's
Mandalore.
no, the other
No?
planet. The planet with
Bo-Katan?
no, the other one. With
There's so
Karga.
many planets.
The planet with Karga, Navarro.
Oh, yeah, Navarro.
And he wants IG-11 to go with him, but like the little Babu freaks are like, no, we can't fix it.
Bad baby.
And Grogu tries to eat them and squeeze
It's
them.
amazing. No squeezy.
Yeah, that episode.
I need one of those little guys.
One of those little...
I need him to sit next to Grogu. And I need him to have a voice that says, bad baby, no squeezy.
Bad baby, no squeezy. So yeah, in this episode, the planet gets attacked by... Well, there's a group of pirates.
Pirates.
That want to go into a school
Those
to get
pirates
drunk.
also felt kind of pointless in the end.
They were. They kind of really were.
Yeah.
They were just like fodder for like the action.
Yeah. Go pew pew.
Yeah, that's about it. In this episode, Mando meets with Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan?
Bo-Katan. I want to call her Katarn because of Kal Katarn. In an old Mandalorian castle on Kalevala, who reveals that after losing the Darksaber, she has abandoned her plans to reclaim Mandalore and tells Din to travel to Mandalore alone. She points Mando in the direction of Mandalore. That's pretty much the whole episode.
Yeah, it's kind of boring. I mean, not boring, but...
Yeah, it's like setting up the season.
Yeah,
but really
it was a
nothing
fine
happens.
first episode.
Yeah. Then the second episode, Din goes and visits Pelimoto, which is the crazy lady with the hair.
Oh, Amy Sedaris?
Yes.
The lady with the ships and all the droids?
Yep. This episode is called The Mines of Mandalore. And he's looking for the chip for IG-11, but she doesn't have it, and instead sells him an R5D4 unit. They go to Mandalore, and they send the R5 unit to scout out to make sure that the atmosphere isn't toxic. But R5 doesn't return, and Din goes out to explore, and he gets captured by a cyborg monster.
That was terrifying.
That cyborg monster was kind of terrifying.
Terrifying, like the stuff of nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
And
I was so worried about little Grogu. I was so scared for him.
he tells Grogu, get help, and Grogu leaves the fucking planet.
He does.
He hops on the ship
With the
and
R5
leaves.
unit, right?
Yeah.
They both, peace out, bitches. But he knows where to go. He goes and gets Mommy
I
Katan.
found that so funny because I thought he was like gonna go out to the planet and get like, I don't know, maybe fly the ship in there somehow and save it. But no, he leaves the entire fucking planet. He goes to another star system to get Bo-Katan to go back and save.
That was pretty epic.
That was pretty fucking funny. He's just like, nope, and flying out of there.
Pretty epic.
But he gets Bo-Katan, and Bo-Katan's like, oh, this motherfucker won't leave me alone. And
I was about to go out there and whoop his ass, and there's only little Grogu there.
Grogu's like Luna does when she goes up to the window of the car and looks. That's how Grogu looks
Except
at
with
her.
little sad eyes, like, oh, my daddy.
And she's like, something's wrong. This little
Take me to him.
green turd is here.
Turd? He's
Yes.
not a turd.
He's a little turd.
No, he's not.
So she goes and saves Mando, right?
From the evil cyborg thingy.
Mm-hmm. She saves Mando. And that was really cool because she killed that thing. Like, that fight, that was a fight. Like, and she killed a bunch of those cave people.
I think that was when my crush started.
When she saves Mando.
Because she was really annoying up until this point. Kind of infuriating, honestly.
Yeah. And then after she saves him, like she takes him out, gives him food, whatever. They go into the mines, and Mando's gonna go into the waters.
And she's like, "You're nuts. You're just a crazy religious idiot."
He steps into the water, and he
goes,
immediately drowns.
She has to save his ass again. Grogu's all worried up on the beach.
She sees the
Mythosaur.
The mythosaur.
It's a big old scary looking thing.
And she pulls him out of the water. I feel like for him being the main character, he has awful self-preservation skills.
He really does.
Like he is like almost dead every episode.
He's not great at fighting.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
For weapons and violence to be his religion, he's awful at it. He gets his ass beat all the
I
time.
don't know how he was a bounty hunter.
No, me neither. So that pretty much is the second episode. So the next episode is the convert. Convert? I don't know.
What does it say?
So the convert, but I thought it was called the covert. So that episode, after Din recovers, Bo-Katan and him depart for Mandalore. But Bo-Katan doesn't tell Din about the Mythosaur. They return to Kalevala. They're attacked by Imperial TIE Squadron, who destroy Bo-Katan's home, and they are forced to retreat. This is the episode with Dr. Pershing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The worst. I seriously, I was losing my mind. I was looking at my phone. I'm like, can we please just pause this and come back and watch it again in like an hour or something? Like I felt brain dead watching this shit. It is so fucking boring. Oh my. And then for it to really not even amount to anything.
So there's a couple of things about this episode, right? So this is Dr. Pershing, who's the doctor at the beginning of the series, who's working with
testing
the Empire.
on Grogu.
Yes, that dude.
Yes.
So he gets pardoned by the New Republic, so he gets a job with them.
And he's working on clones, right?
Maybe. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I know they talk about clones in this episode.
And he meets Elia Kane, who was another
Moff Gideon employee.
Imperial who worked for Moff Gideon. And he and her decide to go get some information, some of his tools.
To make a lab.
Right, from an Imperial Star Cruiser. And she ends up betraying him. And she was supposed to get the information from him on how to do clones, but she ends up killing him.
Brain warping the fuck out of him.
Super fucking boring episode.
The most boring and so pointless.
So
it could have been a 15-minute thing.
Yeah. So you know how he had those little yellow cakes that he ate?
Yes.
You can actually buy those.
Really?
Yeah, they're Chinese ration cakes, and apparently I think they taste like lemon.
Oh, I would like them then.
Yeah.
Not you.
No,
You hate lemon.
I hate lemon pastries. They're a blight on humanity.
You're a blight on humanity.
Yeah. So after he dies, let me see. Bo-Katan and Din arrive at the Mandalorian Enclave, where Mando presents the armor with a sample of the living waters as proof of his redemption.
And Bo-Katan was like, I was his witness.
Yes.
And the armor is like, Bo-Katan Kryze.
Yeah. And the thing is like, you bathe in the water? She's like, yeah, I had to save his ass. And then the armor is like, did you take your helmet off? And she's like, no. And she's like, okay, then you're one of us.
Then you're redeemed too. Yay.
Yeah, the episode ends. And then we have the Foundling. Mando introduces Grogu to Mandalorian combat and training. Grogu wins a training match. His opponent is Ragnar Vizsla, who's the kid that got...
Paz Vizsla's bitch child.
He got inducted into the Mandalorian Hall of Fame at the beginning of the first episode of the season. And the kid, Ragnar, gets kidnapped by a raptor. And then the whole episode is them getting the kid back.
Bo-Katan leads the regime to save the child. That is an important detail.
Yeah. So basically, the whole episode is a flashback that Grogu has about Order 66.
God, this episode!
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it was epic. Mm-hmm. Epic, yes, because...
the armorer is doing the whole armor smithing thing, and while he's seeing the fire, the Vietnam War flashbacks.
Bless him. He survived a very traumatic experience.
He remembers Jar Jar Binks' actor killing a bunch of troopers to get him saved.
That was amazing. That was an awesome redemption arc for that guy.
Great redemption for him.
Oh, it was so freaking good.
You
so
imagine going through the trauma of being Jar Jar Binks and everybody...
Hey, I don't have a problem with Jar Jar Binks.
No, him personally. Being him, right?
No, I know.
He's Jar Jar Binks. Everybody fucking hates him.
I don't understand why people
to the point where he almost kills himself.
He's not the one who decided to make Jar Jar Binks a character.
Listen.
Oh my God.
He gets to the point where he almost kills himself, right?
Yeah, I know.
And then they contact him and they're like, "Hey, do you want to be in another episode?" And he's like,
Hell no.
he had that previous experience of being in Star Wars and it being awful, and then they give him this awesome arc of him saving this little fucking green turd.
Oh, he's not a turd. He's the best baby ever.
And it comes out being like the coolest thing of the entire season, where everybody's like, this episode was fucking awesome. And then you have a little side story where the Mandos are saving Ragnar.
The kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grogu's backstory was much better. His flashback was better than saving the kid from the raptor.
Yeah. So,
but that's what brought Paz Vizsla over to their side. Because he was definitely trying to be an asshole about literally everything.
Oh, Paz Vizsla's kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that tried to fight Mando for the Darksaber, right?
Somewhat. He,
How is this a somewhat?
because he was training with,
he isn't.
he was training with Mando. And then he kind of like, oh, let's actually like have a fight. And nothing kind of happens in that fight. Because it was during the Book of Boba.
What? Oh, yeah, because it was right before he takes the little chainmail to Grogu. It was so cute.
Yeah. So in this episode, right, Bo-Katan, they kill the giant bird. They steal the giant bird's babies to train them as mounts for the Mandalorians.
Yes.
In that episode, apparently, Bo-Katan loses a pauldron, and she talks to the armorer to get another one, and she tells the armorer about seeing the mythosaur.
So she wants the mythosaur and the night owl, not just night owls.
Let's see, where are we? Nope. Okay, so the next episode is called The Pirate. This is the one where the pirates attack Navarro, and Bo-Katan and Din are like, oh, we got to go save Navarro because we can set up camp there because people know that we're here and whatnot. So they go to Navarro. We
need to move the cohort.
Yep, they kill the pirates, and then the armorer tells Bo-Katan, you walk both the path of the religion and the path of the apostate. You're the one that's going to bring the Mandalores together.
Go get your old army and bring them here. Please and thank you.
Basically.
And then everybody started to be suspicious of the armorer because the armorer has always been so, we got to do this by the book of Mandalore. Everything Mandalore, helmet on, this is the way. Bleh. And then she's like wavering.
This is also the episode where Teva, the old dude, the old Imperial, the old New Republic officer, finds the shuttle that was transporting Moff Gideon, and it had shards of
Beskar
in it.
Yeah.
And people thought, oh, Mandalorians helped, and everybody's like, was it the armor? Was it wolves? What was his name? Axe wolves? But no, right? And then in the next episode, Guns for Hire, which is directed by one of my waifus, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh my God.
Give me 1 second. All right, second over. So this is the episode where Bo-Katan, Mando, and Grogu go and get Bo-Katan's former army because they have a whole fleet and whatnot, right? And this is also the episode with Lizzo and Jack Black.
Yes. And Christopher Lloyd.
And Christopher Lloyd.
We cannot forget Christopher Lloyd.
We cannot forget Christopher Lloyd.
Oh my gosh. Lizzo and Jack Black need to be a couple. They're so perfect together. They're precious. I love them so much.
It's so weird.
They're so cute.
So this is the episode where in the planet, like the planet is like this idyllic, like paradise where all the nobles live and nobody has to work. And all the work is being done by
former Imperial droids, fighter droids,
Confederate
right?
droids.
Oh, Confederate droids?
The Confederacy of it's the
fighting droids.
It's called the it's not CIS, CIC, Confederacy of Intergalactic Trade Systems, something like that.
Something.
anyways, they're using those droids to do all the manual labor so everybody can be happy and rich and whatever, and all the job is being done by whatever. And I really like this episode because it kind of became a whodunit type thing where it was like very detectives and shit instead of, cowboy shoot like the rest of Mandalorian
Save
is.
Mandalorians from giant beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was a very fun episode. Jack Black was great. Lizzo was great. Grogu fell in love with Lizzo.
Lizzo fell in love with Grogu.
Mm-hmm. They had a very complicated romantic relationship.
He misses his mommy.
He did.
Even though he has Bo-Katan as a mommy.
Mm-hmm.
Lizzo is his aunt. His great aunt who treats him all the time.
Yep. So, this episode is important because Mando gives Bo-Katan the lightsaber back.
The lightsaber. The
dark saber, which I fucking hate. I think it is the stupidest weapon in all of fucking Star Wars.
Well, he doesn't give it back to her. He
wanted to give it to her so bad that he made that shit up on the spot. He's like, wait, she saved me.
They get to the bottom of the plot that they needed to get to, and then they can go talk to the other Mandalorians that were her cohort. And Axe Woves is like, bitch, you ain't our leader. You ain't got the Darksaber. And Mando's like, bitch, she saved my life. She defeated the enemy that defeated me, so the Darksaber is hers. And everybody's like, we want to fuck Bo-Katan because she's beautiful and powerful and...
You're making this gross.
I love Bo-Katan.
Anyways, yeah, so this is important because she gets the Darksaber back.
Yes. And she beats Axe Woves' ass.
She does. And it brings her status
She's the Queen of Mandalore.
Yep. After that, we have The Spies, which is 7th episode. I don't know why it's called The Spies, because there really weren't any fucking spies, right?
Super suspicious of the armorer.
Yep. So, Moff Gideon is informed by Elia Kane of the Mandalorians' intent to retake the planet. Gideon relays the information to the Shadow Council, a group of Imperial Remnant warlords. He requests reinforcements for Commandant Brendan Hux, which is Hux's brother or something. And Father?
Yes.
Okay. And he questions one of the other generals about the absence of Grand Admiral Thrawn. So
that bitch Thrawn's coming back.
This is the episode where they head out to Mandalore. Greef Karga gives a present to Din Djarin, which is IG-12. And IG-12 is basically a mech suit for Grogu.
Yes.
So they give Grogu a robot mech suit.
And he can say two things. Yes or no. Yes. No. Yes. No. 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 Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. All right. We get it.
And it's IG-12?
IG-12.
IG-12 sounds a lot like
IG-11.
Taika Waititi. Wait, Taika Waititi did not do the voice for that droid, did he?
I don't know.
Let me go look.
Okay, you do that. Anyways, so their plan is to get to Mandalore, find the Great Forge, and set up camp at the Great Forge, and then finish retaking.
It is Taika Waititi! I knew it!
Really?
It's my voice thing. It is fucking Taika Waititi.
That superpower of yours.
Wait, hold on. Rick Hackford. Which one does he do?
He's not Taika Waititi. Anyways, so they plan to find the Great Forge and whatever. They end up finding a group of Mandalorians that were never able to get off the planet. And they're like, oh, is that Bo-Katan? And Bo-Katan's like, it's me. And they're like, we're going to join you now. So they start following her. So the Mandalore army grows even more. But they have a bunch of sick and wounded and whatever. And they travel the planet in like a world sailboat that travels the entire world. So they go to find the Great Forge, and they find Beskar enhanced stormtroopers.
Uh-oh.
They take Mando hostage.
Armorer suspicious.
Because she left with the wounded back to the fleet.
And she didn't care about seeing the forge. All them bitches are in Beskar armor. Mm-hmm. Convinced. She is behind all of this.
Yep.
She is boning Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon is boning her. She is getting boned by Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon has a Beskar suit too.
Yep, he looks like Darth Vader. Made from
Beskar. Looks
Beskar.
very Darth Vader-y. They were even saying that the horns on his helmet were the same as the horns, the armors, which means that he is part of her tribe. But I don't know.
I mean, anything is still possible, especially. Well, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mando gets captured. Paz Vizsla dies.
Poor Paz Vizsla. He dies the death of a hero.
He dies the best death in all of Star Wars.
I cried, even though I hated that bitch so much. He was so fucking annoying.
Oh, he was so fucking antagonistic.
He's such a douchebag.
He was.
But man, I cried for him. I cried for him so hard. And I was so worried Mando was gonna die.
Paz Vizsla dies. Next, final episode, The Return. Bo-Katan, I'm going to read the whole thing. Bo-Katan and her reconnaissance squad retreat from Moff Gideon's base. Upon returning to the Mandalorian flagship, Axe Woves sends the remaining Mandalorians to reinforce the planetary troops while he defends the ship from Imperial TIE squadrons. With assistance from Grogu, Din Djarin escapes from captivity and seeks out Gideon. Djarin and Grogu discover cloning tanks filled with clones of Gideon who can use the Force. Djarin destroys them. After a lengthy skirmish between the Mandalorians and Beskar and stormtroopers within the base, Bo-Katan, Djarin, and Grogu make a final stand against Gideon and his Praetorian guards, which are the same red droids, because they're droids, apparently, that Kylo and Rey fought against in Episode 8.
With Snoke. Andy Serkis.
With Andy Serkis, right. Okay, let's see. So, during that fight, the Darksaber is destroyed. Thank fucking God. Finally, I hate that weapon
Keep
so
reading
much.
the damn synopsis.
I'm glad that it's destroyed. So, Woves rams the Mandalorian capital ship into the Imperial base, and Gideon is supposedly killed in the resulting blast. But Grogu protects Bo-Katan and Din from the blast using a force bubble. After the battle, the Mandalorians restore the Great Forge at the heart of Mandalore, and Din formally adopts Grogu. Now he's Din.
Formally.
Now he's Din Grogu. Din Djarin and Din Grogu.
Best thing ever.
Afterwards, Djarin takes up honest contract work with Carson Teva in Navarro and moves into a cabin in the outskirts of the city. As previously offered to him by Grief Karga, while IG-11 is rebuilt by the Ansellan mechanics. That's what they're called, Ansellan. To serve as Navarro's new marshals. The Babu Freaks are Ansellans. So Carson Teva is the old Republic officer, and Mando was working for him, doing contracts, and he lives in Navarro.
With Grogu, his
happy
son.
ending.
His son.
There's a couple of things to unpack here. First off,
that Moff Gideon was not Moff Gideon. It was totally a clone.
Yes, I feel like that was not
like
Moff Gideon.
even though I know it's a clone, but it still looked too fresh. You know what I'm saying? It was too fresh.
What do you mean?
Like Moff Gideon looks a little more rough around the edges.
He looked too young?
He looked a little too fresh.
I don't know what you mean by
fresh. Out the back to tank.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Is it a back to tank that they're stored in?
I don't know, but a back to tank is fine.
Whatever.
You heal yourself.
Y'all know
in the
what
back
I'm
to
saying.
Tank. Yep.
Yeah. Plus, I'm still thinking that the armor is the
traitor.
The traitor. Yeah.
You still think there's a traitor?
I do, because she still wasn't pumped for the Forge. Like, I feel like she should have had some dramatic love moment with the Forge where she like creamed her panties or something. I don't know.
She was in the fight against the troopers, the Beskar infused troopers,
with her hammer and her pipe or whatever the fuck it is she uses.
Her wrench. Yeah. She was in that fight, and she did kill.
Who made that armor for them though? Who did it?
That is a good question.
Did Moff Gideon make it?
Maybe, because
did he train a droid how to make it? Like, I don't know. There's something still just so fishy.
Okay, because
So
the thing
fishy.
is,
Other than him not being, I don't think it was him.
because I do have a question. Where did the Imperials get their Beskar that they used to pay Mando for getting Grogu? Where did they get that from?
Good question. Exactly.
Maybe they have
A store of Beskar.
maybe they mined the planet because they did have a whole ass base in
And they
Mandalore.
would have had tons of time to mine with it being, yeah, and like if wasn't the planet destroyed, and like if they thought, I don't know.
Like the surface was destroyed, but like it looks like the mines were still perfectly fine because when the remnants took them down into the caves to wait out for the reinforcement to arrive, you know, they had fresh water, there was vegetation growing and everything inside the caves.
Do we think that the Mandalorians who were left behind there may have? I kind of doubt it too.
I doubt it. They seemed very anti-empire.
Yeah, I think they would have looked a little less ragged too, if been in a little better health.
Yeah,
living a little bit more on the
full limbed.
Yeah, little freshly shaven, stuff like that. Yeah, no. I don't know.
I really like this episode because it kind of like concluded the whole thing. Like if this is where,
but I want Bo-Katan to be Grogu's mommy.
Because Mando killed
Mando.
Mm-hmm. Mondo. He's Mexican.
Mondo is a guy who won a season of Fashion Runway, whatever the hell it was.
Anyways, he killed the clones and the tanks. Mm-hmm. And then Moff Gideon died here too. So if they were to end the Mandalorian entirely, 100% right here,
I'd be okay with it.
I'd be fine with it. But they have to confirm that Moff Gideon is dead.
Yeah.
Which they didn't do.
I'll miss Grogu though.
He'll be back. They won't let Grogu go
No,
to waste.
everybody's obsessed with Grogu. Obsessed. That was, oh my God, it was so hard.
Terrible. It was so fucking fake watching him run around.
When he was bouncing, when he was jumping from the lights or whatever.
The Praetorian guards were trying to get him. And he's just running and bouncing.
But the way my heart, like, just sank when he got stuck, when he was pulled through those doors with them, and Mando was like, no. Oh my God, I felt that in my gut. Oh man, it was killing me.
It wasn't killing me because he's one of the main characters. They're not going to kill him.
I know, but he's just a baby. A baby that saves everyone.
A baby that helped with murder.
A baby that is the Elmo meme, the Elmo's fire meme.
Oh, he helped with so much murder in that
He's
episode.
Amazing.
He killed so many people. He's the best
baby in the world. When he was like tossing those bitches all over the place. Oh my gosh.
Great.
He is amazing. Mm-hmm. He will protect his daddy at all costs.
Yeah.
He loves his daddy.
So after that, they go live their peaceful life. They're going to do contract work.
In their little hut. Grogu's playing with the frogs. It's the most precious thing ever.
Mm-hmm. So did they do that so they could send money to Mandalore to help the tribe, or did he? Oh, never mind. Forget it.
No, he's got to train. He's got to train Grogu.
Yes, it's time for him to train Grogu because once he adopted him, he could speak for him and have him become. He
can become a Mandalorian,
an apprentice instead of a foundling.
But he has to train him.
Right. So that's why he left. I completely forgot about that part.
He's his apprentice, right? No?
Yes, his apprentice.
His son and his
adopted son and apprentice.
Yes.
So, Burger Champ.
Oh.
I know you hate Grogu, and that's fine.
I hate you, Burger Champ. No, I don't. I really don't. But, oh my God. I have said multiple times.
Burger Champ is an honorary anovelconsole member. So,
Burger Champ and Thrak.
And Thrak, right. They are honorary members.
If I could have a baby that was Grogu, I would have a baby.
He would look like a scrotum monkey.
I would have a baby.
If you want to know what a scrotum monkey is...
I would have a baby tomorrow.
If you want to learn what a scrotum monkey is, go listen to last week's episode.
And if it could protect me, like Grogu protects, he doesn't attack, and he loves to snack.
Okay.
I would have that baby.
Okay, Burger Champ. I know you hate Grogu. Give it a chance, dude. I mean, just close your eyes whenever you see Grogu.
No, he's so precious.
It's a very fun Star Wars thing. It's very.
It could be a standalone. I really feel like
It's like the first few seasons are like cowboy shit, and now this one kind of had like a noir shit, and now it's like we're taking the roots. And the what's the other one? Book of Boba Fett. Mm-hmm. It's basically a crime story the entire time. Ooh. Is she howling?
What the fuck is happening right now?
What is she doing? Is she awake? Did she wake up?
No.
Oh, she's awake. Yeah, she's awake.
What the fuck was that?
Do you remember that one day that I told you that I heard her howling?
Howling in her sleep?
No, she was awake. She sat, I was with my earphones watching something, and she just starts howling.
Oh, I remember.
That's...
You okay? Okay, anyway, back to the show.
Okay, Book of Boba Fett is a crime show. It's worth the watch, especially if you want to get more context from The Mandalorian. And it sucks that Tamuera Morrison did not get called to do Boba Fett in this season. Because
he would have been a badass
they
addition.
told him, we're going to call you, and they never did.
Are you serious?
He said that he waited in New Zealand for the call, and they never called him.
Are you serious? What the hell?
It breaks my heart because he's so good, and
he's so good.
He loves the character so much.
He's so fucking good. Damn. Now I'm just hung up on the fact that I knew IG-11 sounded like Taika Waititi, and I think I told myself it wasn't Taika.
And it is.
Or maybe I knew it was Taika, and I forgot it was Taika.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's see, out of 10 frog eggs that Grogu eats, how good was this season?
It was a 9.8.
9.8?
I have to dock 0.2 for that boring ass fucking episode.
8.5 because of that episode.
Oh my god, that episode was awful.
Dragged so.
It was so, and it was the longest fucking episode of the season. It was awful.
I really liked the part where they're sharing like war stories and stuff that they missed from the Empire. I found that charming.
Charming?
Yes, but fucking Perkins, or whatever his last name is, was... Pershing was so dull and boring. Ugh.
I'm looking at the time.
For the episode?
Yeah, it was... Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Which episode was it?
Episode 3.
The Convert?
Let me look.
Yes.
The Convert.
That episode was 58 minutes long. The rest of them, 37, 44, 32, 43, 45, 52, 41. It was longer even than the fucking finale. Mm-hmm. That is bullshit.
And the best episode was Guns for Hire, the one by Bryce Dallas Howard with Jack Black, Christopher Lloyd, and Melissa. That's the best episode in the entire season.
Yes.
Oh, when Paz Vizsla and Axe-Wolves were fighting and Grogu got in between them, he's like, no.
And
Bo-Katan is like, that's your son.
He's like, damn straight.
So much fun. Yeah, that's it. Mando was great. I can't wait for what happens next. If nothing happens next, I'll be perfectly fine with that.
Well, next we have Ahsoka, right? Isn't that the next show?
Ahsoka. We have a bunch of other Star Wars shit to watch, but...
Well, no, I'm saying like coming out on Disney Plus.
It is. So yeah, anything else you want to say before we end the episode?
I love Grogu and everyone else should. And my mom is obsessed with Grogu. A lot.
Nobody heard that.
Oh, I love Grogu. Everyone should love Grogu. My mother is obsessed with Grogu. I love him. Grogu moves to Georgia. Yay.
This is one of the stupidest episodes we've done. Do you want to sing the end?
Yeah, I think every episode we should sing a Star Wars, like I can do the and you can do the hold on, it's If only we need to make YouTube videos for these, and we can have the scrolling text. On this episode of A Novel Console, Chris and Karradyne make absolute fools out of themselves. Blah 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 blah. What's new?
That's so stupid. Do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.